Stalner with AB Boxing News here with IBF contender Joseph Jo Jo Diaz. What's going on, champ? How's everything?
Everything's good, man. Finally got the fight that I've been wanting. We got the Tevin Farmer fight finalized January 30th out in Miami Super Bowl weekend, man. It's a huge stack card, and I'm just extremely blessed and extremely honored to be, fighting for a world title. Ever since I was a little kid, I've been dreaming of becoming a world champion, man. And I feel like everything is falling into place, and everything that I've been through these past couple of years, and all the experience that I've shared with these veteran fighters and these experienced fighters in the professional ranks, I feel like made me the fighter that I am today. And I'm extremely confident. I have no doubt in my mind that I'm going to come out victorious come January 30th.
There you go. You're coming off an injury. Many will speculate that maybe it's too early for you to come into this fight, knowing that it's different. Like say for example, only you know how you feel after an injury. So, do you think in terms of the opponent, you think his mindset would be like, oh well, he's injured, I'm gonna take advantage, or what do you think is that mindset?
Yeah, you know what? I think he saw my previous fight, and he seen that I wasn't doing as good, but he didn't know that I had an injury. And then I ended up posting that I had an injury, but man, I'm just very very happy that it was nothing major, man. I didn't have no fracture on my hand. I didn't have no bones. It was just a lot of inflammation, and I did everything right, bro. I went to my doctors. I did a rest in my hand. I had a cast on for 8 weeks, and I did everything right. Took my cast off, went back to the doctors, and he gave me the A-OK. And right now, my hand is back at 100%. I still got plenty of time to get ready for this fight. I was still training and building my endurance and getting my legs strong during that time when I had that cast off. But now it's 110%, and I just feel like Tevin Farmer is gonna see the best Joseph Diaz that anybody has ever seen before, man. I really wanted to showcase that in my last fight, but it was unfortunate that I got that injury during the fight, and uh, but everything happens for a reason, man. Everything happens for a reason, and I feel like it's not gonna happen again. I'm seeing my therapist. I'm getting my hand treated every single week, and it's golden right now, man.
Yeah, how close was this fight, or let's say how close were you, and let's say going in another direction? Because there was like I think 2 months, these last 2 months, everybody was saying it's gonna happen, but then it seemed like maybe it's not gonna happen. Where was the change factor? When did it? When did you realize that what it is gonna be made?
You know what? I think it was at the Canelo fight, bro. At the Canelo fight, we actually met up with Joe, and we just started talking about the fight, and the thing about it, man. It was that me and Kevin Farmer wanted this fight, man. We actually made this fight happen. We actually went out our way and started the beef and actually demanded this fight. Kevin Farmer went to his promotional company and his team, and he said that he wanted to fight me, and I went with my team and talked to my management and talked to my promotional company and told them that I wanted this fight as well. There was different ways that I could have went. I could have chose the Rene Alvarado fight and the Rene Alvarado WBA way. But at the end of the day, man, there is a lot of beef and a lot of tension between me and Tevin Farmer, and I just want to shut him up, man. I feel like he's getting too cocky and too arrogant, and I'm my motive, and not only that, my way of thinking is. I'm Tevin Farmer's toughest fight. Tevin Farmer ain't my toughest fight, man. I've been in there with tougher opponents than Tevin Farmer, but Tevin Farmer hasn't been in there with anybody as tough as me. So I'm gonna take him to a place that he's never been before, and I'm gonna fuck him up.
Mm. And one thing that I think a lot of fans are still maybe skeptical is that who's the main event? Is it you or Farmer, or is it the Demetrius defending his title that night? From what you know thus far.
You know what? I think it's gonna be the Demetrius Andrade. I think he's gonna be the main event, but at the end of the day, man, it's a stacked card. I know that the hype between me and Tevin Farmer are going to bring in a lot of people to be watching that fight. I know that we're going to sell a lot of tickets, and there's going to be a lot of viewerships that are going to be tuned in because of mine and Tevin Farmer's fight. So at the end of the day, man, I really don't care the position it is, man. I just my main goal is just to be fighting for that world title, man. I'm just excited that I got the fight finalized and that I am going to be fighting for that world title, and I'm going to be, competing for that world title. And my main focus is going out there, having a great training camp that I am having already, and just coming out victorious that night and having that belt around my waist at the end of January 30th.
Is there like a rematch clause entitled on his behalf as a champion or your
Yeah,
behalf?
yeah. So he did all his backing. He got that rematch clause and everything. But I'm really gonna beat the shit out of him so much, man. Where I think that he's not even gonna want to have that rematch clause, bro. To be
Mm.
honest, man, I'm really gonna put a hurt on him, man. He's a very very talented fighter. Don't get me wrong, and I thank him for giving me the opportunity for actually fighting me and for actually buckling down and having the balls to fight me and fight a tough fighter like myself. But like I said before in many other interviews, man, he hasn't fought anybody as experienced as me, as talented as me, and as hungry as me. And I think that's just going to be those right there are just going to be the main key factors, man. He already has 4 losses. He's got stopped twice in his career. And I just think that those guys that he's lost to are nothing compared to me. And I'm just going to go out there and just do my thing, have a great training camp, and just be extremely confident, like how I am, knowing that he's not going to be able to phase me or hurt me anytime going into the fight.
There you go. I have a sense already that you're already entering this stage of a fighter's mentality. You know, it's a hurt business. You know, Farmer is the opponent, and you want to hurt him. And looking at Farmer's previous opponents, he's had the same situation with Joan O'Carroll. They both, said, I don't want to say bad things about each other, but they said things that a fighter is supposed to say during leading up to a fight. But after the fight, it seemed like they made their peace, and they even went out to hang out and get a Philly cheesesteak. Is that something maybe you guys could do down the road? Because it seems like you guys, of course, there's tension, but it seems like it's a respectable tension where, all right, you guys confront each other, you guys say what you got to say, how you feel each other, and then, it just, you guys go about your separate ways.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's not personal, man. He just has what I want. He has what I want, and that's that world title on my waist, man. He's accomplished what many fighters want to accomplish, and that's to become world champion. And that's what I want to become, man. I want to become a world champion. I know I'm already an elite fighter, and I know I could compete with the best, but my main goal is to become a world champion. And at the end of the day, it's a business, and he has that world title, and he has what I want. So I got to go out there and do everything and anything possible to take that belt from him. So once that bell rings, it's gonna be nothing but business, man. I'm gonna go out there, be rugged, beat him up, hurt him, and do everything possible to just break him down. And then once the fight is over, once I have that belt around my waist and everything, then yeah, we could be cool. I mean, because at the end of the day, it's just business, nothing personal. But like I said, man, I got to. The thing about it, a lot of people they don't know this, man, but fighters got to turn on that switch because at the end of the day, boxers and the sport of boxing is a very very tough sport, and a lot of people can get hurt. You can see in previous in the previous history where people have gotten comas, people have died from and getting trauma to the head. So I'm not taking this fight lightly, and I know he ain't either. As well, this is a very very and very very um, uh, tough sport. So I mean, I know that he's not going to be taken on lightly. He knows that he knows that I'm coming at 100%, and I know that he wants to defend his title. So we're both going to come in guns hot. But at the end of the day, I respect him and I respect what he's doing, and I respect what he has done in his career. But now it's my time. It's my time to take that throne, and it's my time to. Be announced the 130-pound king at 130 pounds.
Okay. How does it feel to fight it? And I for me, I know that every state does have boxing, but I don't think it's popular like and where you're from, California, New York, Vegas, Texas. Like, how does it feel to have a big card like yourself and Farmer and Demetrius Andre in Miami to invade that market and possibly gain a whole new crowd on your fan base.
You know what? It's huge for me, man. Not only is it going to be in Miami, bro, it's going to be Super Bowl weekend. There's going to be a lot of celebrities out there. There's going to be a lot of fans out there, and just the atmosphere is going to be crazy out there, man. And I know that this opportunity that is presented to me is an opportunity of a lifetime, and I'm not gonna take it lightly. I'm gonna take full advantage of this opportunity and make sure that I become the star that I deserve to be, man. And I feel like this fight is happening just at the right time in my life. I'm 27 years old. I got 31 fights under my resume now. I got one defeat. I fought hell of a lot of tough fighters already in my professional career, and I just feel like everything is just falling into place. I mean, my camp is going smoothly, my personal life is going smoothly, and I'm just extremely happy with what's going on right now, man. So I know that this opportunity right here is just gonna, change my life. It's gonna change my life to actually become the person that I know that I could become, and that's become a world champion and defending it and making sure that I'm delivering great, exciting fights to not only not only the boxing fans, but the new boxing fans are going to be tuned in come Super Bowl weekend.
Which what is it a fair? So I'm assuming if people are betting, would it bother you to make? Let's say they'll have Farmer as a favorite, you as the underdog. Like does that maybe motivate you even more so you could prove the doubters wrong? And for example, if somebody was to bet on either him or Farmer, would you say it's a fair assessment to be like, you know what, JoJo, he had an injury. Who knows if he'll be even better. So it does that. Would that bother you if the betting odds are in Farmer's favor?
No, it wouldn't bother me, man. But if I'm actually the underdog, bro, I'll be betting a lot of stacks, a lot of racks on myself, knowing that I am going to be cashing out. And I know that a lot of people and a lot of boxing fans know that I am the real deal and that I am the Tevin Farmer's toughest fight. So I'm pretty sure they'll be smart enough to bet against my odds and not his.
Well, will this fight kind of be similar to a Gary Russell? Because I think that I don't want to say their styles are exactly the same, but I do feel like he does have some skills that Gary Russell had. I mean, I don't know what you think because you've been in the ring with Gary Russell, but what's your take on that?
I think it'll probably be kind of similar. I think that Tevin Farmer's going to go in there trying to outbox me, try to outsmart me. But like I said in previous interviews, bro, I wasn't mentally right during that time with the Tevin Farmer with the Gary Russell fight. And there was a lot of things just going on during that fight, man. I mean, I hit him with the body shot. The referee didn't call the knockdown, and I felt like that shitty ass referee that we had out there in DC was just all for Gary Russell. He wasn't letting me fight in the pocket. They're separating us. I didn't have that my instinct that I did have that I usually have. I just had my guard up and was just walking them down instead of coming in with a better game plan. I feel like I just wasn't myself that fight, and I was still able to put on a tough fight and give Gary Russell a run for his money. But like I said, man, I know deep down deep down in myself that that wasn't me, and that I could overcome Gary Russell, and I could have beat Gary Russell if I was in the right state of mind, and if things would have been a little different. But at the end of the day, like I said, it was just an experience for me. I feel like God made that shit happen for me for a reason, and now that I got this opportunity with Tevin Farmer, I'm not gonna let anything go wrong. I'm gonna fight the smartest fight of my life. I'm gonna make sure that I'm applying a lot of pressure and just doing everything possible and doing everything right so I could come out victorious. And I'm just like I said, I'm extremely confident. I know that Tevin Farmer, he's a very very slick fighter, but I am also, man. And yeah, he's fast, but I am fast as well. A lot of people they don't know that I have quick hand speed, but I do have quick hand speed, and it's all gonna show come January 30th.
There you go.